Good morning, good afternoon, good day, everybody. Uh, I invite you to come into this space with a few breaths. Asking the mind, body, and soul and all aspects of self to be willing to share and receive. To accept, trust, and believe. And step into the power of being open with no expectations, no limitations. And so it is.
Well, I'm hoping that the tapping is beginning to bring a little bit of ease and acceptance, and that you're starting to feel a little bit better, a little bit stronger. And I'm just going to keep saying it. Just go back. Just keep doing the tapping, because especially if you are hearing things or seeing things, you could get triggered again, and you will feel this overwhelm of emotion, this feeling of being frozen and not being able to do anything, this feeling of feeling helplessness and hopelessness. And so just make the tapping part of your everyday ritual. Just find one of the tapping things that really resonates with you that day and just do that. It will start working in your body. So I would just like to encourage you to do that, because we're together for a few days, but I know that this is a long journey for you. And so Sandra's put the tapping videos up on YouTube. Just keep coming back to them. Just keep using them. They're there for you. All right, so to start with, let's just take a lovely deep breath, and we can do some silent tapping just to get all our headspace, all the head noise out, and come fully in presence into this moment. This tapping today can be the most effective it can be for you. Deep breath in and out, and another breath in and out. And coming up to the eyebrow point, a lovely deep breath in and out, side of the eye. Beautiful. All right. So today I would love for us to have a look a little bit at the sadness that you could be feeling around all of this. And I just want you to tune in to your own personal thing, just here in this moment. What about the event has made you feel so much sadness? Everyone will have their own different aspects. I'm sure there are many, many different things, but I want you to tune into the one that feels the most intense for you. And we're just going to, I'm not going to rate the sadness at the moment. I'd just like us to start with a couple of rounds, just using the word sadness, and keep your specific thing in your mind. And we're going to do that, and then we're going to move on. I'd like it to open it up and to let it evolve slowly, because sadness can be very, very overwhelming for us. Okay, so we're just going to start here with the butterfly, and just repeat after me. Even though this event, and in particular, the specific incident around this event, has made me feel so sad. I'm going to accept that's just how I'm feeling and be okay with that. Even though when thinking about the specific incidents, I feel sadness washing over my whole body, I'm going to love and appreciate my body's reaction to this. Even though there are many, many things around this event that I feel so sad about, this one specific incident has really, really got me upset. And I feel an overwhelming sense of sadness around it. I'm just going to love and accept myself anyway. This incident, this specific incident, this incident that happened, that is making me feel so sad. I feel so much sadness. I feel so much sadness throughout my whole body. I am really, really, really sad about this. When I think about this one incident, I feel an overwhelming sense of sadness. I feel sadness to the very core of my being. I feel so sad about this. This one incident, amongst the many, has really, really affected me the most. All of the sadness. I feel the sadness to the very core of my being. When I think about this one incident, the tears just well up in my eyes. I feel like my heart is breaking. I feel the sadness to the very, very core of my being. This one particular incident, I feel so sad around it. When I think about it, I start crying. The whole event has been very sad and very shocking. But this one particular thing that happened has really, really hurt me. And I feel it all over my body. My eyes well up with tears. My heart is breaking. I can hardly breathe when I think of it. I feel so much sadness around this. All of the sadness. My heart is breaking. My eyes are welling up. I am so sad about this. Okay, just take a lovely deep breath in. And I just want to do a little check-in and see how everybody is. If you want to write something in the chat to let me know how you are, or you want to share, unmute yourself and share with us, let me know.
It felt really good to put that to voice.
I feel the same thing. putting it to voice, because
Okay.
it's all what we're going through.
Yeah.
But
And this is why I wait till today to come to this, so that we've done the other work first.
good, yes.
Because I think this is this is, amongst others, is quite a strong emotion. And yeah. And I just want you to focus on one thing, because we are in a tapping circle. If anyone wants to get in touch with me, we can go deeper. But I'd like just to focus on one thing, so that we're not overwhelmed with sadness. We just choose one event that's making us sad today. And every time you come back to this tapping and the YouTube, you can change your event. But let's just stick with the one, because there's many. I'm sure that there's many. And let just our body start to be able to manage and sort through all of that by just giving it one specific thing to focus on. Okay, does that sound good to you, Sandra? Yeah, okay. All right. Are we, do you think we could rate the sadness around that one event right now? Does that feel safe for you to do? So we have a 10 in the chat. Does anyone else want to rate their sadness? And you don't have to if you're not ready to rate it. All right, so we have a 9. So as we can see, the numbers are high. All right, so keep your numbers in your mind. Keep your one event in your mind. We're just going to work through things at this moment, one event at a time. All right, take a lovely deep breath in and out. And tapping on the side of your hand. All right. And let's just focus. You will feel the sadness somewhere more prominent in your body. And I'm sure your whole body is aching. And I'm sure, you know, aches and pains are coming up in your body as it's just probably reeling and, you know, trying to fathom what is going on. But if there's a specific place, perhaps in your heart, your chest, your stomach, that you're feeling this, perhaps even just in your eyes or your throat, then just tune into that one specific place in your body for now. Okay, wonderful. And just repeat after me again. Even though, when I think about this one specific event that happened, this one incident amongst the many, I get an overwhelming sense of sadness and grief. I still deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though, when I think about this one specific incident, my heart is breaking. My eyes are tearing up. And I am feeling that sadness to the very core of my being. I still deeply and completely love and accept myself. And everyone else that is also feeling so sad around this event. Even though my heart is breaking, my eyes are tearing up, and I am crying throughout my day because I am so sad, I still deeply and completely love and accept myself. All of the sadness, so much sadness in my body. I can feel it all quite strongly in my body. And my eyes just cry whenever they want. And I am going to be okay with that. It's not always easy to spend my day being so sad. I've got other things to take care of, but the sadness creeps into everything. And I am just going to be okay with that. It's okay for me to feel sad. I'm allowed to feel sad. This particular incident that has made me feel so sad is worthy of my sadness. And I'm going to be okay with the sadness creeping up on me at all different times of the day. I'm going to be okay with the fact that every now and then I just break down and cry. Sadness is a feeling, and it's okay to express our feelings. I feel so much sadness in my body. I feel so much sadness in my heart. This particular incident has affected me so much. And I am feeling so sad around it. And I am feeling so sad because I have so much love in my heart that I hate that this is having to have happened. But I can't control that it happened. It did happen. But I can allow myself to feel sad about it. I can allow myself the time and the space to grieve. And maybe I was one of the lucky ones. And maybe there's a part of me that says, what have you got to feel sad about? Look at what happened to others. But the others were my friends, my family, my loved ones. And their sadness is my sadness. And so it's okay for me to feel sad that this happened. And it's hard. Because I have to also try and get on with my life. And I don't really want to. I would like to just lie down and curl up and just cry and be sad about this. Perhaps I can allow myself some time and some space to do just that. Perhaps it's just because I wasn't particularly affected and I don't feel the right. I can spend time just being sad. I can acknowledge it and say, I feel so sad because I have so much love. Love for the people, love for the places, love for the buildings. All of my sadness. I feel so sad. And the sadness creeps up on me. And this one particular incident keeps jumping into my thoughts. And when I think about it, I cry. And that's okay. It's okay for me to cry. And it's okay for me to feel sad about this. It's okay for me to grieve. Deep breath in. Okay. So let's just bring that incident up to our minds. And when we think about it, can you see what number it is now? How sad are you feeling about this? And I know this is hard and it's tricky, and we're going to go into that a little bit now, because on the one hand, if we're not feeling so sad about it, so we have a number 6 in the chat. That's lovely. So maybe this resonates with you, what I'm about to say, and maybe it doesn't. But on the one hand, if I'm not feeling this sad about it, perhaps I don't really care. And we all care. And a 4 in the chat. That's wonderful. So let's have a look at that side of it, because even if we get that sadness down, our caring and our love can still stay up, right? To get our sadness down, and we don't have to get the sadness down to 0. We can get the sadness down to a number that we're feeling comfortable with. We just don't want to be frozen in sadness. Okay, so let's get the sadness down to a number where you feel, oh, I'm a 2, I'm not a 0, and I'm happy and I'm okay with being at a 2. Okay, so let's just have a look and try and detach that. If I'm not feeling the sad all the time, perhaps I'm not caring. Let's detach those two, because really and truly, one doesn't have to go with the other one. Okay, we're allowed to care, and we're allowed not to feel that sadness all day long. Okay, deep breath in and out. Repeating after me. Even though there's a part of me that is telling me that if I'm not feeling sad all day about this, then I'm not caring about what happened. And there's another part of me that's saying that I am sad, I do care, I care deeply, but I don't want the sadness to freeze me. I want to be able to move on and start doing active things to help people rebuild their lives. Or I want to do active things to help myself rebuild my life. And I don't want to, I choose not to be frozen in sadness. Even though I have this part of me that feels a bit guilty. And it's telling me that if I am not sad, perhaps I don't care. I just want to acknowledge that one doesn't have to have something to do with the other. I can care deeply, and I don't have to be sad all day. At least not at the level I was at before. Even though there's a part of me that wants to let go of some of the sadness, there's another part of me that wants to hold on to it, because it means that I care. I still deeply and completely love and accept both these parts of me. If I'm not feeling sad all day, if I'm not shedding tears throughout the day, perhaps that means I don't care. There's this part of me that's telling me that because I care, I need to be sad. But I'm wondering just how true that is. Is it possible for me to care deeply and have my sadness at a manageable level? Is it possible that because I care deeply, I can release some of the sadness so I can do things, be more active, and to help rebuild my life and perhaps others? This event has been sad. It has been tragic. And I can honor and acknowledge that. And perhaps just for a little bit, I can put my sadness in a special little place. I can put my sadness in a lovely little box. I don't have to carry it around with me all day. I acknowledge that I'm not ready to let all of it go. And I can put it away safely, that it will still be there, but I just don't have to carry it in my heart, in my body, feel the aches and the pain of it all day long. I am ready to take some of the sadness and put it away in a beautiful little box that I can open up anytime I'm ready to. Take a deep breath in. Tap here on the side of your hands. And I want you, either in the chat or you can unmute yourselves or write it down on a piece of paper if you're at home, and think about a little box that we're going to put the sadness in, because I think it's really, really soon to let it all go right now. So let's put it in a little box. I want you to describe your little box. Is it a pink heart-shaped box? And you can decorate your box. We can make this a very, very special box. I'm going to just check the chat and see if we've got, all right. So someone here has a little cardboard box, plain and brown, beautiful. And picture the size of that little cardboard box, or whatever your box is. Is it like a shoe box? Is it like a jewelry box? Is it a big trunk? Maybe you've got so much sadness it needs to go into a big trunk. And think about that little box. And you can decorate it, you can put pictures on it. And now I want you to open your box. And I want you to put in all of your sadness. Let's just tap the amount of sadness you would like to put into it. Maybe you want to keep some. All right. See what kind of, how much sadness you want to put in your box. And we're just going to breathe in deep and imagine your sadness leaving your heart and going into this beautiful, special box of yours. And when you're ready, I'm going to use my box. So my box is about this big, and it's heart-shaped, and it's pink, and it's got lovely little gold lace trimmed around the edges of the box. And I'm going to use my box and describe it. But when I'm using my words, I want you to think of your box and how are you going to describe it. Okay. Let's just tap on our boxes now, because we want to close them up so that it all stays safe inside. All right. This heart-shaped box of mine, this light pink heart-shaped box with gold lace around it, is now holding all my sadness around this incident. And in fact, I am going to be brave enough, and I am going to put in all my sadness around the whole town, every little aspect of it that has made me sad. I am pouring it into my beautiful light pink heart-shaped box with the gold trim. All of my sadness, or as much sadness as I want to put it in. We have a chat saying that they're using a box that they have at home, an actual box with fabric from New Zealand. That's beautiful. So picture that box and it's open and you're pouring in all your sadness. And I'm closing the lid. And I'm keeping all my sadness safe in my box. My beautiful heart-shaped light pink box with the gold trim. All my sadness inside of it. It's all safe. And whenever I'm ready, I can take it out and look at it and see what I want to keep and what I want to let go. But for now, I'm just moving it out of my body. I'm moving all the sadness out of my body and into my box. My heart-shaped light pink box with the gold trim. And I'm going to put my box somewhere special. I'm going to put my box, and I want you to think of the place where you would like to put your boxes. But my box is going right next to my bed on my bedside table. Because I'm going to bless my box with love and light every night before I close my eyes and every morning. So I want mine there where I can see it. You put yours where you want it. Perhaps the sadness is so overwhelming, you just want to put it a little bit out of sight for now so that you can start now to do other things. Start now to go about your day-to-day functions without carrying the sadness around all the time. Picture where you've put your boxes. Bless your boxes with love and safety and lots of care. They're going to hold your sadness safe for you until you're ready for it. Deep breath in and out. Okay. How does that feel? Beautiful. Beautiful. All right.
I love the idea of the box. Thank you. Yeah.
Beautiful. Wonderful. Wonderful. All right. And so if we look at the sadness in our bodies and that heaviness, that sadness we were carrying around, what is that number now? Okay, so we've got a 2 and I can breathe again. Beautiful, beautiful. Super. Oh, a 2, maybe a 1. That is amazing. Very, very nice. So come back to this tapping, keep tapping on it. If other things crop up, you know, if you go back to the town and see things in the town and you feel that overwhelming sense of sadness again, take a deep breath, tap, and add that sadness into your box. We don't have to deal with it now. We don't have to vanish it now. And it's going to be there for when you're ready. And you're just going to free up your bodies to function again. Very good. Okay.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Nicole. Really appreciate it.
Beautiful. Yes. You know,